An accredited investor is someone who's going to have a net worth of $1 million or actually make $250K a year. The retail investor is me, you, the guy next door, and the guy at the grocery store who wants to be part of something.
Welcome to Investor Week about Startup Starter 2023. We've got another great interview going on here with David from DNA. Tell us about yourself, David.
Well, first and foremost, DNA, just to let you know, is digital niche agency, and there's a reason. There's a reason why they call it that. And by the way, thanks for having me here. I appreciate it. It's been a crazy, chaotic first couple of days, but it's been really cool to meet all these people, great investors. We got Peter Pham right now on stage, which is kind of cool. If you don't know who he is, Google him. but Digital Niche Agency is specifically an agency that drives investor traffic to raise pages, specifically in the REG CF world or the equity crowdfunding world. We started out 10 years ago, a little over 10 years ago, in the Reg D world. So we were really driving a lot of accredited investors towards landing pages for our clients. And when Reg CF came along, it was just a phenomenal jump and leap, because that gave every Tom, Dick, and Harry an opportunity to actually invest into something, and we then created that retail investment pool. So nowadays, after 9.5 years and 1 million plus investors that we've accumulated, now we drive all of that traffic to our clients' our landing pages or raise pages, depending upon what platform.
Wow. Well, let's break that down a little bit for those layman's terms wise.
Sure.
So what's retail mean, or accredited in this case? Right?
Great questions. An accredited investor is someone who's going to have a net worth of $1 million or actually make $250K a year. And those investors typically spend a minimum of $25,000 to $50,000 per investment. The retail investor is me, you, the guy next door, and the guy at the grocery store who wants to be part of something a little different than buying Microsoft stock or Google stock.
Sure.
They actually invest into a company that's most likely a startup, and they feel more comfortable. They feel part of the solution or part of the growth of the organization. They get to meet the owner, they get to see webinars, they get all these kinds of different perks if they come in a little earlier. But at the same time, they feel more connected, and then they get to diversify their portfolios if they have one.
Excellent. Now, with those retail investors, I know you mentioned credited probably is average 25 to 50,000. What does it look like for a retail investor to get involved? Usually,
the raises that are out there on the Reg CF or equity crowdfunding world is somewhere about $100. We at DNA actually ask our issuers to actually start at about $250 to $500. Sure. It gets to their raise total much quicker. It also provides a little bit more cachet for the organization. And usually our investors that we have in our audience pool that we target to go back to that raise page usually spends about $1,000 per investment. So it helps that investor, not only helps the investor, but also helps the issuer get to their goals much quicker.
Wow. And you're saying there's plenty of investors who are interested in supporting these companies.
You know, when DNA has been around for so long, we've kind of accumulated these investors by working with all the different portals that exist out there. And not to mention that DNA has actually helped raise capital for 12 of those current portals that exist out there. So we must be doing something right from that perspective. Now, when an investor comes to a raise page, it's on a specific portal. I'm not going to mention any names, but a specific portal. That's the only name that portal can actually keep.
Sure.
So working with 35 to 40 different portals over the course of 9 years, we've accumulated a number of different investors that have already played in the crowdfunding space. So what we do is we target them, we segment them, we know exactly what the propensity is for them to go into certain investments, and we know how to target them better.
I love that. Now, last question for those who are really excited about services like yours. Now, I imagine they're thinking, how can they afford this if they need to raise money?
It's a conundrum for sure. Unfortunately, due to SEC regulations, we cannot take back-end fees, and we don't want that to happen because you guys are already part of the you're working your butts off, and it's a grind out there, especially if you're doing a crowdfund. So we help you kind of navigate those minefields, so we don't want to get you in trouble. We have very small retainers, as well as we take a piece of the media spend from a percentage standpoint, and we grow with you. As you grow and you're trending up as far as your raise capital and you're scaling up your spend from a media standpoint, we then take a percentage off of that, but that's really how we make money. When you make money, we make money. It's the same thing. Now, if we played in the commission business, obviously we'd be doing a heck of a lot better because of the success rate that we have. So, do we want to do it that way? Sure, we'd love to, but that's just not the way it is these days.
Absolutely. Well, great. Tell the people how they can reach out to you guys at dbarbara@digitalnicheagency.com or David B. at 919-395-6920. I am local here in the Venice area. Excellent. Well, we appreciate you
Thank
taking
you
the
very
time
much.
today.
I appreciate it.
We're
Enjoy.
looking forward to using you
Thanks
in the future.
bunch.